I'm here to share about a powerful woman from Pangasinan, Princess Urduja. The name Urduja and her story well known through the Arab explorer Ibn Battuta. Urduja was a legendary warrior princess from Pangasinan Philippines, recorded in the travel accounts of Ibn Battuta. She was described to be a princess of Kaylukari in the land of Tavalisi. After Calicut, a town in the South India, Ibn Battuta's next destination was China. The year AD 1345, Ibn Battuta travelled to Sumatra, Indonesia, and passed by Tavalisi on his way to China. This was 35 years before arrival of Karim al-Maktoum, widely thinking he was the first Muslim who brought Islam to the Philippines. Maktoum arrived in Sulu AD 1380. Ibn Battuta returned in his travelogue. According to her custom, Princess Urduja invited the ship's crew to a banquet, but they refused to go because he could not eat non-halal food since they were not believers of Islam. The princess was offended and summoned him. He was surprised at what his eyes witnessed and his ears heard, for the princess was robed in her richest and best, decked with precious stones and surrounded by brave and loyal men and women. She talked to the visitor in Arabic. This alone proved that she was a Muslim. She knew Quran and Arabic. Princess told to them, "I greeted you with the usual salutations of courtesy in the Arabic tongue and had one of my attendants fetch ink and paper so I could write for you Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in Arabic characters that you recognized as the name of the merciful and compassionate God." This incident pointing that the existence of Islam before arrival of Maktoum in Philippines. In the late 19th century, Husi Rizal, national hero of the Philippines, speculated that the land of Tavalisi was in the area of the northern part of the Philippines. Based on his calculation of the time and distance of travel, Ibn Battuta took to sail to China from Tavalisi. In 1916, Austin Craig, an American historian of the University of the Philippines, in The Particulars of the Philippines Pre-Spanish Past, traced the land of Tavalisi and Princess Urduja to Pangasinan. In the province of Pangasinan, the governor's residence in Lingayen is named Urduja House. A statue of Princess Urduja stands at the 100 Islands National Park in Pangasinan. Philippine school textbooks used to include Princess Urduja in the list of great Filipinos. Princess Urduja was trained in the art of war since she was a child and became an expert in using the sword and a skilled navigator known far and wide. To the Pangasinan court, many suitors came seeking the hand of Urduja. The princess said to them, "I will marry only the man who can defeat me. My husband must be braver, stronger, and wiser than myself." As no one qualified to her demands, she remained unmarried all her life. When her mother died, she became the ruler of Pangasinan region. Her bravery and skills were known far and near. She ruled her people well and wisely. One of her policy was to introduce the best of other countries and adapted them to her own. She was a woman who was interested in foreign affairs for the good of her own kingdom. She liked to hear tales about India, the pepper country.